What's up, everyone? We're on episode number 72, I believe, a Real Life is Friends podcast where the group chat makes it into a podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kimberly.
I'm Meela.
And we have a very, very exciting, trending show for you tonight. First of all, we're going to kick off with one of the reasons we were not here last week is because someone decided to go out of town. Actually, we both went out of town, but that's neither here nor there. But someone went somewhere. Her name was Meela. So tell us about your trip, Meela.
Yes, so I went to the Washington and the DC with my best friend Jalea. Y'all probably have heard me mention her name. So we decided to take a trip to DC. And while it was hot, and I don't know if hell is this hot, but it was hot in DC. We met up with a friend from college, one of our good friends from college, and then one of my good friends that lives up there. So we met up with Edward and Zuri. And so
I was going to ask you, was that Edward in the background?
Yeah,
that was in the background of that picture.
That was Edward, and Zuri went to A&M with us. So we've been knowing her about as long as I've been knowing Edward. And so the thing that we did initially, that we planned to do, was go to the African American Smithsonian Museum. I know Kimberly has been before. Have you been once or twice? Twice, okay.
Yeah.
And so before, and this is the thing, is while I know Kimberly had mentioned it, and then also to Jalea cousin had mentioned it too, to kind of start at the bottom and work your way up. Our ticket was for 10:30. We didn't leave there till 5 o'clock, and they closed at 5. That's how much history is in that museum. You start off with and I left the little handy dandy guide in my room, but you start off at the bottom. So now we're at slavery and how, where we came from and where they took us from, and then the countries that brought over the most slaves. You will really leave that first section highly upset and probably want to trip up every white person you see going forward while you at the museum.
I didn't feel that way when I was there.
I did, because I was a little mad because and I had this conversation with my uncle and cousin the other day, telling them about it. Was like, there was so much history there, and a lot of stuff that I did not know in detail. And then also too, just to kind of see the artifacts or the replicas of the slave ship.
Did you see Emmett Till?
Yeah, Emmett Till before, and that was before. But again, that was even like before we even made it up to Emmett Till. Yeah. Was just seeing how what we were sold for, $1,000, $500, $5. It was and even to the fact that you know, sugar was much more valuable than a human being. So uh that was interested in cotton and all of that. So you really saw, and even I don't know if you remember this, Kim, from when you went, the map of the US and how it didn't break down like Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, and all of that. It was like North Carolina was this whole section. So it was
No,
like
I didn't.
Tennessee was part of North Carolina. It was interesting. Let me just say that. Then once you leave that part, then you move up to segregation and Jim Crow and the Emmett Till. When you went, was there a picture inside the casket that showed Emmett Till, or was it outside?
Um, I don't remember where. I don't remember. I feel
Okay.
like it may have been on the outside though.
Well, I know when you go into that section, they of course said you no taking pictures, and I'm like,
Correct.
okay.
And I
But the
hope you didn't
only
take
thing,
pictures.
oh no, I didn't take no pictures.
Okay.
I listened to the man. The man was like, no taking pictures. Don't even tiptoe to look in the casket. Don't even get to the velvet rope because it's gonna set off the
Yeah.
sensors. And before I we went, I had saw online where they said that the actual picture of him in that casket was removed. Um,
Mm.
when you go in there, you see his actual casket that he was initially buried in. But on the outside, there's a picture of the mom looking into a casket, but it's not actually, you don't see his face in it until you get outside of the exhibition and the exhibit, I'm sorry. And then you see like the Jet magazine article, and you actually get to see his face um, in that. I can't remember. I'm sure they had something of the mother in there. Can't remember if it was jewelry or whatever it was. Um, and then once you leave uh, segregation and Jim Crow, you move on up to Black is Power, Black Power, and then you move up to current day. The museum again, prepare to stay all day. It's worth it. The food was good. Did you all eat at the cafeteria?
I don't think we did because what we end up doing is the first day we, even though people told us to go downstairs or whatever, we didn't go downstairs. We went directly upstairs first. So
Okay.
um we barely went downstairs the first day, like, and then the
Mm,
line was extremely long, so we was like, we'll just leave. So we woke up
mm.
the next morning, got ready, and hightailed it to the museum to see the lower part of it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. And again, it was
And hello auntie and uncle, and
hey auntie
I want to go ahead
and
and get this
uncle.
out the way. Your niece did not bring us any kind of souvenirs. I tried to look out for us and say, hey, don't forget our souvenirs. And she didn't bring me any or you any, auntie and uncle. So I just want to say that for the public record that I tried. You can
Now
continue.
I don't even know why she trying to cause discord between me and my auntie and uncle. It's just I don't know why. She is hell bent on causing chaos and confusion amongst my family.
I'm just saying, I ain't getting no souvenir. And then I was like, well, what about auntie and uncle? Did you bring them a souvenir? She was like, no, they didn't get one either. That's all I'm saying. I asked. I tried to help. That's
What
all I
kind of
wanted to say.
souvenir would you have wanted from DC? A place that you have been before.
It doesn't matter. A shot glass, a t-shirt. You went to the museum. I could have got another cap. They have caps. Just saying.
When you went, did you ever think about getting bestie, me and my bestie a T-shirt or anything when you went?
Mm,
No.
yeah, she wish we
I
would
said
have
I
next
would do
time.
better next time.
Yes.
I'll try, Auntie. I ain't gonna make no. You know, for y'all, I will. Kimberly, on the other hand, she likes to cause chaos and confusion.
That's just what I do in life.
But again, the museum was a 10 out of 10. The food was good. I had catfish. The cornbread was good. Jalea, I think had mac and cheese and chicken. And anybody that knows me know that I do not eat anybody's mac and cheese but my but my own or what my cousin made. And that mac and cheese there was good.
Oh.
So yeah, it was good. The people
Now
back
did
there in that kitchen know how to cook back there.
now did you also see more of the like modern stuff as it relates to
Hmm.
like, pop culture now? Like I think there's Nene, Kev on stage, a couple, some people
I
that,
didn't see Kev on. I didn't see Kev on stage, but of course, Lanithia Leaks was in there. Oprah, and then of course, your typical. You have your Prince, and then they had the rap section. Where you can listen to them. I think it was the maybe Sirius XM section or whatever. Um, and because
and they
that was
also
like on
had
the
the cars
top
too.
floor.
They had the cars.
It was a
I don't
red
know
car.
about the yeah.
Chuck Berry car, I think it was a red car. Uh, that was there. So that I mean, if you like love history and want to actually like read everything, you really need 2 days. I think we did good for the day we stayed there from beginning to end. So I would definitely go back to. I don't know if I would spend as much time in the slavery section. I would kind of move up a couple of more
Mm,
floors, uh, because I think that section it's a bit heavy.
yeah.
It's heavy. But again, it was good. And then so after we went to the museum, we went to a nice happy hour spot called a park. Real nice
Okay.
vibe. The food was good. The drinks were good. It was just a good vibe. Saturday we went to a day party. Never been to a day party
Never?
in DC. Well,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even know if I've been to one. I'm sure I've been to one, but this was different, I guess so to say, because the music is different. We're used to rap, here in the South. And this one was playing, more of the house music. So it was a vibe.
Mm,
I mean, it was a nice vibe. They may have turned like a brownstone or whatever home into, a little
okay.
club. So it was really nice. Um, Went to Cocktails and Kitchen. They have one in Dallas, and I think they have them in other cities also. Um, Food was really good. There, I think I had lamb chops and fried lobster tail because they have the
Oh.
drinks. Also, yeah, it was really good, and they have like the drinks in the Patron bottles. Um,
Mm,
really good. So DC, I would definitely go back. Maybe not in the summertime when it's hot, because I would like to kind of do some more walking. We went to the ML King statue, saw that, but other than that, I really wanted to kind of see the. I wanted to go to the mall. I guess. Well, 45, 47 said the people. What is it? The reflection pond or whatever.
yeah. In front of
I
Lincoln.
wanted to go there, but we didn't make it that far. Again, it was just hot and
Well, I went in
everything.
June.
Was it
The
hot
last
when
time I
you
went
went?
was in June. We went Juneteenth weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah. So
we did the Lincoln. We did a couple different things.
hmm
We end up getting I think we end up getting on what did we get on? We end up taking kind of like a tour, basically.
okay. One of those hop on, hop off tours.
No, I think we was on a golf cart, but now I can't slightly remember.
Oh my God. A, a golf cart?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting.
Well, maybe it was a real one. I don't know. Like, oh, was it? I don't remember what it was now, but I feel like it may have been a golf cart. Yeah, I
Mm.
think it was a golf cart. I think we were on a golf cart and we was just like touring around.
How much they charge for the golf cart?
I don't know. I think it was like so much per person. Or maybe it was like we were just trying to do something without having to walk. That's basically what it boiled
I
down to.
mean, I, ca- I can't knock it.
We just didn't want to
Can't
walk.
knock it.
We just didn't
Uh,
want to walk. We wanted to see stuff, but we didn't necessarily want to walk. Like I said, it was some kind of let's just say it was some kind of mode of transportation we were involved in that we didn't have to physically walk because we was like, and do we really want to walk? Because we went to a WNBA game.
okay.
That weekend. One of my friends went to a baseball game.
Hmm.
Um, so we was out and about. We was out and about in them streets. We was doing a little bit, and we did a lot. Like we did a lot of walking because we actually from our hotel because we kind of stayed in like Arlington area.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
we walked to the subway and stuff like
Gotcha.
that
Okay.
because it was just way more convenient for us to just do it that way or whatever. So
Yeah, we took Ubers, where we were going, and then plus, uh, when Edward came over, he kind of drove us around, but uh, and the hotel was I think it was in a good spot because I think there was a train station like close by. But
okay.
again, it was like a heat advisory, so it was just about as hot there as it was here in
Ooh.
Tennessee. So it was hot. Uh, but I love DC. DC is a nice um vibe, so I would definitely go back.
Yep. It is. And I would go back to the museum. Also, they have
Hmm
I don't know if they because this was 2023
Mm,
when we went. But they had like a genealogy section as well that if you had time that you can like trace your history back and stuff like that. I didn't do it,
yeah,
but
I
it
don't.
was
They
there.
didn't have that
Okay.
now, unless we missed it. I don't recall that section
It
again.
was it was where you could like do dancing at. It was another room, like it had a door and everything.
Well, there was a little girl dancing, like they were teaching them how to
A
step,
step, yeah. So over
but
there
we didn't.
in
And it was in there. Okay, so we
yeah,
didn't go
so
all the way back in the back of it.
okay. So like the stepping was like right here and then on this side, the right side, that's where the door was at to the genealogy and it can help you trace your family and all that stuff.
Oh,
But
really?
like I said, we didn't do it. But
Okay.
and I
Was
think
it a
it's
fee
free.
for that?
No, I think it was free. We just didn't do it because again, we had other things on our agenda. And that's why we came back to the thing because we was there for a good minute because it was a lot of because I guess because it was Juneteenth as well. Like it
Yeah.
was a long line, like to get in and everything. So
I mean, there wasn't a line when we went there, but again, it was crowded. There were plenty
mm,
of family reunions there with their t-shirts, and then also like a little summer camp with kids there. We saw them. We saw them in the cafeteria or whatever. But um, it is really good. I actually told Pops it would be a good museum for him to go to.
Okay.
but you have to be now. I probably have to get him a good old one of them electric scooters, them old people's, the older crowd being, because it's a lot of walking,
Yeah. There's a
you
lot of
know. But
rest places or whatever.
yeah, but it was definitely I enjoyed DC. It was a good time.
Yeah,
So that was
DC is a good vibe. It has a whole bunch of things you want to do, like if you want to go
mm-hmm,
to the museums or see some of the historic sites and like the Lincoln and
mm-hmm,
because we also that same night because we went to the I think it's the Korean Memorial, but we
mm-hmm,
also went to the I think that's the place I could be getting it wrong. It's the place that has all the states
mm,
and
okay.
yeah,
I don't
so
know that, but I take your word for it.
yeah, it has basically it's a place that has like all the state and has like all these water features and stuff like that. I
Okay.
think it's the Korean Memorial, but I wore like Korean War Memorial, something like that. But I'm not 100% positive what it was. But I've been there several times or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been to DC. If I kind of remember going like doing high school, maybe, but not since I've been. I can't remember if I've been since I've been an adult. Maybe I have, but nothing that really sticks out. So this time was really. I enjoyed it. It was really good.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's
So
good.
definitely visit DC.
hmm Everything you want. They got
Mm-hmm.
football teams in the area, the WNBA, the NBA.
Yeah.
Um,
I would definitely like to go
Baseball,
back. Yeah,
like
doing.
all your sporting, all your museums, all your it has a lot. You want to go back what?
I would definitely like to go back. I guess when there's something, maybe football season or something. Because our friend from college, I didn't realize that she had been there for like 25 years. So,
Mm.
um, I mean, she love it. So, I mean, hey, I can dig it.
You
DC
should have went to a
is
WNBA game. I think they still got their WNBA team there. So you should have went to a WNBA game.
wasn't thinking, stuff like
Mm.
that. You really wouldn't quite thinking.
Yeah.
Like, oh, DC, you want to hit one main thing. And I guess even like for me, when I travel, some people like an itinerary. I like to just plan one thing and just kind of go with the flow with the other stuff.
One thing.
I like to let the spirit
Like
lead.
I ain't trying to really be on the itinerary thing. Like, but I also ain't like no, like I don't have to be one of those people that's like at 10 o'clock we arrive at such and such location. You
Right.
get on the train. Like I'm not one of those people, but I'm like, hey, let's hit up XYZ type things. Like we had like a particular brunch spot that we wanted to go to eat. We had, like I said, we had the WNBA, we had the museum, we had the
Mm-hmm.
sightseeing stuff. Like we had a whole bunch of stuff that was literally on our list that
Right.
we wanted to do. So
Right. Those things like that, yeah, you can hit up things, but also too, I just hate that the weather was so hot that, couldn't really enjoy the walking of DC, I
mm,
guess.
yeah.
But yeah, I had a good time. It was a good weekend.
Well,
Now,
that's
what
good.
did you do?
I was at home for alumni
Mm.
kickback.
Mm.
So yeah, so I was also out of town. Um, but anyway,
Oh, but
for
tell us about the alumni kickback with the
uh,
peoples.
no, I want to talk about something else later on, so I don't have to talk about that. So what we watched was
She just don't skip over the good peoples.
no,
And
because what I want to talk about is way more important.
okay.
You know, I want to talk about the concert later on, so it's way more important than that. Way more important.
Well, you know what? Let's move on into the concert because it really, baby girl has really been making her rounds. on the internet, on Al Gore internet, or if you want to, of the new age people on Blue Ivy internet. She has really been making a name for herself. And it has been a hot topic of discussion
Yes, and
since,
I don't like that. It's several reasons why I don't like that.
well, I
Main
would
one
say,
being is the fact that she's like, it's because I'm pretty and I wanted to go, who's gonna turn down the chance to go up there? And I'm like, this is my thing. If I had the opportunity to go on stage, and because I know me personally, I went there for Usher. I did not go there for Chris Brown. I went there for Usher and strictly for Usher.
mm-hmm,
Chris Brown just happened to be there. Um so if I know there is a chance that Chris Brown could also call me to the stage, guess what I would have did? I probably would have just been sitting down there because the thought of Chris Brown doing whatever he was doing when I think he's a kid is absolutely not going to sit right in my spirit. So if she thinks he Usher is so old and all of this stuff, because apparently the auntie was like, he half her age. First of all, she's half his age. First of all, because you got it wrong, the saying wrong. But if you really felt that way, and then you see who's telling you to come up, if you see that he's telling you to come up, and you don't want to necessarily be around him and all this stuff,
don't go.
then no. I would have to me, because people was like, oh my goodness, she has respect and she has morals and values and she wanted to protect her relationship. Then she got on TMZ and was like, yeah, they're saying things about a relationship. So apparently she may not even have a relationship. I don't know. Because she just been doing like this, talking too much. But I personally, when I went up there, I was like, there's no way people were like, oh my goodness, everybody ain't, because either the mama or the daddy was like, everybody ain't starstruck. Nobody said you was starstruck. You watch
Right.
the videos, you know what things are gonna entail. If you don't want to go up there and dance with Usher or let him feed you a cherry, then by all means sit down. Let somebody else get
Decline.
the opportunity to dance with Usher and get and eat a cherry from him. Cause that's all you're doing. Now, Chris Brown, on the other hand, this is why I wouldn't necessarily do it, because I don't like Chris Brown like that. And he be too wild. Like Usher, you just dancing. Like you could just do all she had to really do is just like pretend like you didn't even have to touch him for real. Like, do like this. Like, you could have just.
I
It's
mean,
so
at
many things
least
that she could have
move.
did.
I mean, she sitting
It's
there all stoic like, bitch. First, this is the thing here, and I really hate to call her a bitch, but this is the thing. This is the thing. We all have access to the good social and the media, and we've seen what goes on at Christopher Brown concert and Usher Raymond concert. When they call you on that stage, you not up there to read no Bible verse. You not up there to introduce the next song. You not even up there to sing background and do wop bop bop. You are there to sit and let them do their act. Now, what I wish baby girl would have done, take your L. This is the thing. You went up there. You didn't do what you were supposed to
mm-hmm.
do. You looked. You frowned up. You know. I don't care if you're pretty. I don't care if they moved you up from up at the rafters on down to the floor. I don't. None of that matters. You knew when them people escorted your ass out that seat into that special section with the women that are in waiting to go on that stage. You knew what was going to happen. You could have respectfully declined and said, now I'm assuming, let me say this, I'm assuming because if you think you was going to be up there waiting for Chris, but you got pulled for Usher, then them people you could have said, no, let
Mm-hmm.
somebody else get this. But you got your happy ass on that stage, on them folks jumbotron and sat there and looked. I wasn't even at the concert. You done killed the vibe.
Okay.
Now you done messed up the whole vibe of that particular song. Cause now he got to tell you to get on off the stage. Everybody got morals and values.
And I think he was respectful for, sensing that, she wasn't comfortable in doing that. Like I said, it has nothing to do with being starstruck or anything like that. Nobody is telling you, especially Usher is a whole married man. What Usher do and what Chris Brown do is two different worlds. Like I said, this is basically like you dancing at a club. That's Usher part. Now, Chris Brown, you about to practice on having a baby. You about to take your chance to having a baby. He just be doing a lot. He does a lot. Just saying.
But again, this is my thing. Because, you may be high yelling cute. We'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah.
You got morals and values. That's good.
But you also said that you wanted Chris Brown. So if you wanted Chris Brown, you probably would have been up there trying to figure out how you was gonna wrap your legs around him like that girl that was there did. Because that's what she'd have been.
She'd have been right now, as the people say, pussy popping on the handstand. What she would have been doing right now. So again, you just mad because you didn't get picked for the one that you should have, that you wanted to get picked with. It ain't got nothing to do with it's pretty privileges, baby. Them pretty don't last long.
And like somebody said, you just must have got pretty privileges because people that have been pretty all their life don't act like that. And then this is my thing. Usher is, St. Elmo, Chattanooga. That's where he was, I guess, born, slightly raised there or whatever.
He stayed in Chattanooga for a little minute before he went down to the A.
And you were from Chattanooga. The least you could have did is help your home team out. Help your home team out. Again, wasn't nobody telling. And people were like, well, it's probably because he got herpes. I don't know if the man got herpes or not. I tried to figure out from the thing. It looked like he could have possibly. But nobody is telling you that you had to, touch this man for real. You could have just, because I seen some of the other videos, some of the other people may have touched them or whatever. But like, just pretend like you was involved. You didn't want to be like stiff as a board. Like that's what you did.
What'd you do, Kim?
Stiff as a board. Like you didn't have to do all of that. Like there was ways that you can there's ways that you can do it. And then, like I said, if your morals and values are that strong, then you would have never got on there anyway. And then for you to not do anything and say, you wanted Chris, that means that, like you said, you was ready to pop it open for Chris then. So please dismiss me with that whole morals and all of this stuff. Usher did the right thing. Usher felt the vibe was off and was like, hey, she ain't feeling it. And then people were like, oh my goodness, his ego is bruised. His ego is... Usher don't care. Usher got his whole life right there.
Usher and Chris right now down there, baby, in the Birmingham, Alabama, baby. Let me tell you, somebody right now is eager beaver to get on that stage with them. This is the thing, and why she talking about it probably just started. Yeah, so somebody before the end of the night, we gonna have some footage from Birmingham. What's this, night 2? No, this is the first night.
Yeah, this is the first night.
Night 1. Yeah. So we gonna have some footage of Birmingham. But this young lady here, and I think what I'm hoping will end this week is her little 2-3 minutes of fame is gone. Yes. It's over with, because there's no reason I feel that TMZ should have been interviewing her or anybody, because at this point it's just adding more fuel to the fire. You getting on there and saying I wanted I wanted Chris. I didn't want to be with him. I got morals. I got values. I got a boyfriend. I got a job. I got a son. Baby, you was at the concert. You had your outfit on to get chosen or whatever the case may be. Now, granted, it was hot as I don't know what I wouldn't have, but I've heard the
Whoa,
people
it was hot,
say.
and then they kept on doing them fire flames up in the air. I'm like, this is the summer. You got to say that for the winter. You can't be doing that in 90-degree weather, 85, 90-degree weather. You can't be doing that. If anything, if you want to make a scene, throw us some ice out. Throw us some ice out, some water, some little mist or something. But don't be actually out there with no fire, because that fire was hot. I am like literally with my fan, the same fan right here. I am literally, every time they get ready to, every time I'm like, whoo. Cause what is we doing? Cause what is we doing out here? Cause I was like boom. It would be like boom, and then yeah, just a lot.
So, again, you knew when you got upgraded what the plan was. They have scouts, I'm quite sure, out there to look and see who they can move up, who will possibly do well on stage. So again, all I ask is take your L. Take your L. You didn't want him.
Or you could have just been like, he was sweaty. He was sweaty. I didn't want to touch him because he was sweaty. I didn't want to da. Like, you making it seem way too big of an issue based on some of the things that she's saying that are totally don't even make sense to me.
In the words of Evelyn Lozana, whatever her name was, it's a non-motherfucking factor at this point. You just take your L. You didn't want to be there. It showed that you didn't want to be there. I don't know what they tell the people before they get up on that stage of what they say in that area, but you knew it was probably Usher time to sing a song, and it hadn't been Chris Brown turn. So you could have said, I'll pass this, skip, and go to the baby girl behind me. But I don't know what she thinks she's going to gain from this.
She wanted attention, and apparently she got attention and followers, because we even giving her attention, and that's why I don't want to give her any more attention at all. Because I appreciate the girl that was with Chris, because she was like, her hands are like this on the pole, and she was like, I'm finna get some traction and put this leg on him. And that's what she did. She wrapped that one leg around, then she wrapped that other leg, and she was like, yes. And then homegirl, I don't know her name. Homegirl, even like, so they're on one part of the stage there, then you walk upstairs, and that's where the bed is at. So they apparently had told her to go ahead, go up to the bed or whatever, and Chris is still performing. Chris goes up the stairs, baby. She is mean Chris at the stairs, baby. She's like, ain't no and then get ready to get on the bed, baby. Ain't nobody got to tell her to raise her leg, because that's what she did. When I tell you she was rolling and riding, and I said, okay then, I'll do all kind of body rolls. Even when she was on the pole and she had her legs around him, she was doing all kind of body rolls on that pole, baby, to get to Chris. I said, now this is what we need to be talking about. This is who we need to be talking about.
What Chris say after?
I don't think he said anything. I think he was, because Chris a little mannish. I'm like the old people now. Little mannish. And Chris was literally like, I guess he was just like, she having fun, I'm having fun too. She was on that bed. He was doing his little pump, and she was like, take me down. I'm about to take you down. Body roll. When I tell you, I was like, this lady was like,
So you telling me, sister, I ain't letting this opportunity pass.
Baby,
I'm going.
she said no. And now I did see some comments. And they was talking about the other girl with Usher and talking about she didn't want bumps, she wanted bruises. And I said, well, the internet will always win. You know, with his alleged herpes and stuff like that. I said the internet will always win.
Well, you know what? This is my thing here. How did we get to the? How did the universe? How did this herpes thing come up with Usher? It's like,
Lawsuit.
okay,
The lawsuit.
it was a real lawsuit.
Mhm. It was a lawsuit, and he settled out of court. So that's why I'm like, I nothing was ever disclosed because it was supposed to be two women and a man that. So apparently he got sued before and settled with that person, and then I think that's how it worked. And then three other people sued him, two women and a man sued him and said, but apparently it was questions about whether or not they didn't never even had it in the first place or something like that. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if he had it. I don't know. But apparently the people didn't have it, I guess. So I don't know if the lawsuit for it was for supposed exposure, but like I said, apparently it was settled out of court. So I'm not really sure. That's why I'm saying allegedly, because I don't know any better.
Okay.
You
And I
know,
was like, okay, where did all of this kind of come from? Because somebody at work kind of mentioned the same thing. He got herpes, and I was like, okay, if that's the case, still, you knew
you're not
what you was going on stage for.
Because people were like, who want to be kissed by him? And I was like, I didn't think Usher was kissing nobody. Now, Chris, on the other hand, Chris do a lot of stuff. Absolutely not. I don't even like you like that. Please get away from me. Because
what Chris do?
To me, Usher is just more of a dance. Like I said, other than him feeding you a cherry, he just dancing, and you can just do a little quick body roll, or either just be slightly engaging. Like you could be like, you could be seductive and go on down. You ain't have to just be stiff as a board and all that stuff. But baby, Chris. The lady with Chris was doing a lot. Now I will say this, I enjoyed the concert. Now we did leave slightly before because it ended, because we noticed that, well, I noticed that some of the things were kind of not played with the regular set list that the other places had. I don't know if it's because of the later start time that we had, because as I was texting y'all, most people were saying that the concert started somewhere around 8:30 or something like that. But they didn't start performing and coming out until like 9 o'clock, or a little bit after 9. So totally different and all that stuff. And then, Tank came out, Eric, I don't know him, but he came out, Mario came out.
Also, that was all. So Eric, Mario, and Tank was there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Eric did I think one song, maybe it was two, I don't know. Tank did maybe two, and I think Mario did three. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was
now. Did they sing background for Usher and Chris, or they were just doing their songs?
They was just doing their song, or songs that they had wrote. Because I'm positive, I know that's not Tank's song. Because I think that's Tyree's song he was singing. So I'm assuming he must have wrote it or produced it. Which, Tank got a pen, so not unusual.
And I think Eric what's the name?
Yeah, I think he's a producer or writer as well. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, but the fire was too much. It was too much. It was too much.
The fire was too much.
My friend sent me a thing. She's going to the concert tomorrow, and my friend sent me the thing that somebody was like, uh they had their fire coming out 26 times, and I said, first of all, why are you counting? First of all, why are you counting?
26 times? Okay, I can give you 6.
Hey,
But
cousin.
26?
Yes.
Hello.
They were like 26 times, and I was like, the fire is too hot for this. Like, it was just too much. Because most of the time you would think like pyrotechnic or whatever, like you would think like it wouldn't really be hot, but like we're hot already. Like I don't know anyone that did not have a fan.
Everybody had a fan.
Everybody had some kind of fan. Now, I did, speaking of the alumni thing that you was talking about earlier, somebody felt like left this one and I done cleaned it up and everything. And so now I have one. But even
somebody left that at the alumni.
Yeah. But even people had like I said, I had this one at the technically I had this at the alumni thing and also at the concert. But yeah.
Oh, bless it.
But people, but I will say that one of the reasons why I went to the concert has more to do with the fact that I miss Usher when he came out. Like when he had his own concert a couple years ago. Gotcha. I missed it because I had no job. So I missed it. Because I couldn't pay for no ticket because I had no job. So I was like, okay, I don't really, like I said, I'm not really, do I know some of Chris Brown songs? Yeah. And what's really crazy is the fact that, Chris Brown has a song called Loyal. And the only reason, like in my mind, because that's my girl, K. Michelle has a song also called Loyal on her remix. Like she has on her mixtape, she has the song. And baby, I was singing her version because Chris, I don't know your version like that. I do, but I don't. I recently listened to her version not too long ago. But I also I did get a chance to see Chris fly around. Now that was
okay.
Cool. He was flying because I was like, when is he gonna start flying? Because
did he fly and like land at certain places?
Yeah, he flew and landed in the 200 section. And like did a couple, notes or whatever there, and then flew around. But like he literally flew around the whole Nissan Stadium.
Okay.
Like a couple of times he flew around the whole Nissan Stadium.
What was he singing that made him fly?
Shoot. It's not Run It, but it's some kind of song.
Run it.
Maybe it was Run It.
Or was it Poppin'? Let's get it on and poppin'. Did he sing that?
I would assume so. Now, I will say what was cracking me up, because, this is the TikTok era of things. So the song, I Treat You Well.
Yeah.
So he played that one and people was doing the TikTok routine, because what else you supposed to do? People love a routine, baby. People love a routine. That's why line dances are popular, because people love a routine. They love a routine. Anytime we can sync up together and do something in formation, people love that.
We gonna do it.
Exactly. But facts. Overall, I think it was a very good show. Okay. I do wish that I probably would have went to see had I went to see Usher that time, I probably wouldn't have went to this concert. I'm just gonna be honest.
When you say that time, like when he was in Vegas or whatever, or when he did the tour by himself.
I went to Vegas when he did the tour by himself, because I went to Vegas to see him.
That's right, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I went to Vegas to see him. So
which one was better?
Fan. Oh, definitely Vegas. Definitely Vegas. Because I ain't
now, did he roller skate?
No, he did not roller skate. But apparently him roller skating is very iffy. On apparently some shows he roller skate and some shows he didn't. So it's being kind of iffy about when it is and all that stuff. So I will say the DJ was really good.
Okay.
There's a lot of videos of people dancing in the stand at this concert, doing a lot, doing a lot, um, doing the most. Um, but yeah, but overall, I think I will say this: I don't think that I don't it obviously these people you can tell they get along with each other.
Okay.
Um, but when it comes in and like I'm gonna say this, maybe my bias, I'm gonna be completely honest, maybe my bias is because I'm not really a Chris Brown fan. Do I like some of his songs? Yeah, but like most of my section, we sat down while Chris was performing some of his songs, because baby, I don't know
Really?
his stuff like that. Yeah, so I was like, maybe I was in the auntie section, I don't know, but everybody you know, maybe I was in the auntie section, I don't know. But but like a lot of us was sitting down. But I will say that their show, while their show theatrical wise
Mm-hmm.
was very, 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 with the even though I didn't like the fire, I understood the point of the fire and all that stuff, and then the flying and the setup that they had, because Usher he brought the stripper pole out there for the girl, like, which is
Okay.
what he did in Vegas. So uh, but it I wish that it felt more like the Brandy and Monica concert that I went to,
Hmm.
whereas it felt, I was like, this is how you literally do to me, this is how you do a shared concert. Because they had
Gotcha.
the songs together. They had, which was only Boys Mind, but the Boys Mind. But I think they did
Right.
also with the Houston song together and all this stuff. Like it felt like, okay, I'm watching, even though it's still they had some of the same kind of features of it, but it didn't feel the same way. And like I said, it could be because I'm biased toward Chris Brown.
Now, do you think? Because I heard someone say at work that they were told that it was more sexual than when they saw
Oh,
Chris Brown by himself. I guess it was more sexual elements to it.
I didn't see Chris Brown by himself, so
Okay. Do you think
I
it was
wouldn't.
like over sexualized? I guess so to say.
No,
Okay.
no, because I feel like the only part that was anything like that was the audience participation portion of the show. And like I
Gotcha.
said, Homegirl was body rolling. She was like, "You ain't gonna take me down. I'm taking you through there. I'll take you through there, baby."
What
That's what
that
she
song?
was
Take me
doing.
through that. Take me through
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, but I feel like it wasn't as, and I don't know, like I don't know. Like I said, it's probably some bias of it. But even though I have a preference of Brandy over, Monica over Brandy, I still appreciated Brandy's stuff.
Okay.
You know, um, I don't know. I just wish it was more of a vibe like that. I guess I should
Hmm.
say it
Gotcha.
felt. I don't know. It kind of felt like you was at in some parts. It kind of felt like you was literally at two different concerts and not
Really?
necessarily at the same concert with two people being the main people.
Mm.
Because I feel like the Brandy and Monica concert, it was a shared concert because they were also on stage at the same time, some of the time as well. So I don't know.
Right. Okay.
But that's just my thoughts of it. But I did appreciate Chris flying. I did appreciate Chris flying. I will say that. I'm not gonna take anything away from him. But when I saw Chris perform, I was like, this is like the little brother that's like, I want to be like my big brother. Like that's how I felt. I was like, this is weird. Because I know they're probably less than 10 years apart from each other, maybe. I
Right.
don't know, but I just felt like I'm looking at a little kid that's trying
Mm.
to be like, they want to be like his big brother so bad.
Gotcha. Trying to impress the brother.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Chris
Okay.
is 37 and Usher
Usher,
Raymond
Usher.
is Usher. Usher Raymond is 47.
Mm,
So they're less than 10 years apart, actually. Well, he's
okay.
about to have another birthday, so I guess, about to be 48. But no, that's 11. That's 11. Never mind, they're 11 years apart. They're 11. Sometimes I can't figure out things. Some days I'm a genius, and some days I'm like, how are you? How are you walking and surviving at the same time? It's amazing.
Bless it.
Uh, but yeah, but that's all for that. Now back to this, what we watch. Um,
Mm.
we did a toxic love story, and let me just say this because I
Woo!
saw a comment, and the comment made so much sense to me. And I hopefully I have it on this phone and don't have it on the iPad, so I can tell you what the comment said. And I was like, "Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking." Like we're here with you. We're at one with each other.
Not we at war with each other.
Oh my goodness. Maybe I can't find it, but I'll just basically tell you what the gist of it was. Somebody was like, um, whoever the editor was of this movie, they need, or of the documentary, that they need some kind of raise because they were like, how how do you tell me that I still got 45 minutes left of this? Because when I tell you,
Well, and this, and
I thought
let
it
me
was
say,
over myself. And then
well,
I saw that
I
it was still 40 some minutes, and I said, what is we doing? Like, did we not just solve everything? like, was everything not solved? I am so confused.
okay. So I was confused too, cause see, I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, and I had an adult beverage, and so you know. The U.S. Marshal man doing this talking, baby girl, they done asked her to show the port for her counsel, all this, that, and the third. And then they like, so and so arrested. And I was like, and I hit the remote. I was like, so this it? You mean tell me I done sat through a good 30, 40 minutes and this is all I got? Was like, okay, she arrested. Uh I don't get nothing else. And I'm talking about arrested as in the girlfriend that, not the OG girlfriend that done bought the townhouse, but I'm talking about the one that was running around there playing like she had the counsel,
Angela.
Angela. And I said, no, Netflix, you got to give me some more. Because I just didn't sit through this and watch the best friend, that lady, talking about every time her phone rung, she knew something was wrong. No, I just didn't sit here for 30, 40 minutes for y'all to just tell me this the end of the story or whatever. No, I need more. And so I'm glad it kind of went back a little bit more. And I'm thinking, okay, so this man, a whole U.S. Marshal, you did all this shit to get you 10 years in prison and you accomplished nothing.
Okay. Like,
You
was the only
nothing.
thing, the only issue that you had, like, you was upset that Michelle gave you the money, the down payment that you never gave her back for you to be able to get the house?
Like, you did all of that, like, because I really thought it was the first lady that faked the cancer. Because I was like, okay, she done fake cancer. I don't watch enough
Then
shit, you know.
she faked the pregnancy. And I was so
Yeah.
confused because I was like, wait, who is pregnant? Who? And then I was like, because the story was like, okay, Michelle gave the money, they moved in together, da 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 da. Next thing I know, within less than 8 months, six to 8 months of him breaking up with Michelle. Now he married to Angela. And then the absolute nerve and gall of him to file an annulment to Angela. Dude, you are a liar. Y'all deserve each other. Y'all are both liars.
A whole liar. And I was just like, clearly, I'm like, okay, baby girl fake cancer, fake the pregnancy, done got that stuff offline. Clearly, she run around here sending emails, you know, to herself, trying to fake this. But then when you say, oh, I was attacked from behind and you done push your face up against the good wall around here, I was like, this ain't adding. This math ain't mathing around here. It wasn't mathing in the math. I'm a U.S. Marshal. You putting down your little badge and shit. But what got, and I think this is that boy, the U.S. Marshal guy. I don't know if he just didn't read the bylaws and what's the word I'm looking for? The when you go to a job, what is it? What the word?
Oh, code of conduct. Code of conduct.
Code of conduct.
Okay.
Because whatever happens to you legally outside, they gonna investigate too. So you might have would have got away if you were just a regular guy. But now you part of the U.S. Marshal. They got to do their investigation. And here they is. They done untangled a whole, you run around here. Because he was leaving out the room when the folks come in there. And then he taking his
about opening the gate. So you want to open the gate for the rapist? Is everything okay with you?
I'm like, you
hear racist and rapists, and you're like, let me just go and open the gate. I'm not gonna really do anything to him. And poor Michelle was so scared, and she ended up in jail for them 4 months. And she is clueless. She's like, I don't even know what. And then Lilith, I don't know. I ain't never professed that I knew the Bible like this. Baby, I'm a Christian, but I ain't gonna tell you that I know the Bible.
I ain't never heard of Lilith.
But baby, talking about Lilith and the devil, and I was like, wait, we is doing a lot. Like, we is doing too much at this point, and I don't like that. Because I felt like this, when they said it's a toxic love story, baby, it's a toxic story in general. It was toxic to me as a viewer to watch this, because I'm like, what is really going on?
Yeah, it's plenty of what the fuck, and that's real talk. What the fuck? Like,
because he must have immediately dumped Michelle, and literally months later, I said my wife for 6 months. What is you talking about? We just broke up. Me and Michelle just broke up, and this is my wife. We've been together for 6 months or 8 months. What, sir? What are you talking about?
Let me tell you,
no part of your due diligence, and then you call yourself a U.S. Marshal. You did no due diligence, but like they said, he was kind of preying on women that were vulnerable and wanted things and all that stuff. And I feel like a lot of people do that, men and women. A lot of people do that. They know somebody wants something, and then they lie and pretend that they're going to do it, or either they might do some of it, might even do all of it, but they know they have no intentions of doing the right thing by these people. And he just knew that she was going to fall along line with it and all this stuff. And I'm like, first of all, you don't know me well enough, because baby, the minute you say something that involves, or since it feels like jail, absolutely not.
I'm out. Absolutely well, and not. I don't know if I would have been so willing to put down my whole entire life savings for a house, and then I'm leaving 3-4 months later and going to stay at my parents' house because he done acted
scared.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. And again, men and women do find people that are vulnerable. But we got to give credit where credit is due. Let's double back the baby girl first husband or boyfriend and his family for having their antennas open when she's saying she had the cancer. Now, cause baby, when they done staged the whole intervention like they was on A&E
Baby,
and the people was
that's what I thought too. I said, this is an intervention. This is like y'all was like, let's all meet together and tell her she ain't got cancer. Like, I was like, that's why I'm like, I'm watching this in real time. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
let me tell you, and whoever it was, I can't think whoever it was in the back said, "Show us your port."
Yes.
you,
I think it was the friend that she had befriended or whatever. No,
the one
I
that
feel
said,
like it was, no, I take it back. I feel like, well, that was what I was slightly confused about. Like, was that a regular friend, or was that like his ex-wife or his ex, like his kid's mother? Because she was like, she loved my kids, and if you love my kids, you know, you got
right.
me. So that's what, and I knew he had kids, so I was kind of confused on if she was like the ex-girlfriend or whatever, or just some
Mm-hmm.
around a random neighbor or whatever.
Oh yeah, a friend. Because that's when she was like, she had more hair than me up under that bonnet.
Talking about she wasn't trying to be. She was like, she wasn't self-conscious. She was sticking her hair back in. Now, what if that thing come off? What if that thing come off? What? And then talking about not wanting him to go to the doctor's appointments and all that stuff, and then get to the doctor's appointment and it was for what was it for? Because
what kind of clinic was it?
I think it was like to get a mole or something off or something.
Yes,
like
it was a dermatologist.
And I don't even think she had any kind of skin cancer. Like, she was just like, lady, what is you? This is what I don't understand about people that lie. Because we're gonna be talking about the other liar later on, alleged liar, whatever. This is what I don't understand. Why do people not fall through with all the things to make sure? Like, she done went and sat here and went and took a picture of
the IV.
Found a picture of cancer treatments, and then gonna give it to him. And that man was like, he determined, Tommy, this was the last page. Like, how many photos was you going through? Because the internet is a wild place and it has a lot of pages. And you was like, this is like when I was getting ready to give up, I went through all these pages and I found it, and I'm like, that is a determined man right there. Because most people would have gave up after. Because I can give you at least 5 pages. I give you 5 pages on the Google. After 5 pages on the Google, I'm probably stopping. And we all know I'm nosy or inquisitive. I'm inquisitive. We all know I'm inquisitive.
But that man was determined. That man said, fuck what you heard. I'm going to find this picture here. And did.
Definitely.
Let's just say, Toxic Love Story is bananas. Now, there is an episode of Dateline. After
a lot of people said that it was Dateline had went into a lot of details.
They
I
did.
think you even told me that as well.
Yeah, it went into a lot more detail because I just felt like the Netflix had, it just could have gave me a little bit more. But it will. I could go to watch the Dateline. It may be season 25 or something. I can't remember. But if you get on Threads, you can find it. What episode it is. But yeah, Toxic Love Story.
I'm mad that I feel like they never gave me a real picture of what that man looked like, and I was kind of not happy about that either. Like,
the first man.
Ian. The one, the Marshall. I was like, where's his picture? Because honestly, at that point, after the 45 minutes, I said, oh, somebody done killed them. Somebody done killed them. This is the only reason why. Cause Angela was talking, Michelle was talking, well, Angela, and I'm like, he gotta be dead. So who done killed him? Who done killed this man?
Right. Yeah, I don't think you're right. Now that I think about it, I don't think we saw many pictures of him. If they flashed him up, they flashed him up quick. And I honestly can't remember I think Dateline showed this picture. Uh, and really Dateline had more of Michelle or whoever, the one that ended up in jail when she didn't have to be in there.
Yeah.
Showed her parents talking. So yeah, watch Toxic.
It said that it is it's episode. Apparently, they must have updated the episode, but it's season 26, episode 25 on Dateline.
Okay, and you can watch that on Peacock if you got Peacock.
But yeah, but I just was like, this. What are we doing? I was so confused. I was like, oh, so Angela. Then I was like, so Angela was married before. Like, it was just so confusing. I was trying I ended up following through, but I was confused because I was like, hold on, like, because I was like, oh, he must have broke up with Michelle. Michelle, like, can't be the same person that helped him buy the house. Come to find out, Michelle is the same person that helped him buy the house, and she never got none of her money back or anything. Luckily, she sued the city and got some money. I think she got a settlement, so maybe she got enough money to come back to the fact that she spent them 4 months in jail. Because the 4 months is a long time for this.
So something you didn't do.
And it makes me think like, oh my goodness, like, there's a lot of things you have to do to at least get an alibi. Like,
true. That's facts. You telling the truth. You ain't
I'm
lying.
like, you gotta literally do a lot of things to be able to get an alibi, so nobody would think that you somewhere else that you were not at. All because you was at home minding your own business, and next thing you know, people are saying that you doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like, that is so scary. That is so scary.
That was wild. Let's just say that was wow. And it was like, even on the Dateline, she was like, yeah, I sent emails, but again, it was about the property. Who thinks of going
and then he sold the property.
Yeah.
He sold it and still didn't give her no money. He sold it while she was in jail. The least you could have did was get her out. Like, I guess that wouldn't have worked, but still, it was her money. Like, you should have set her money aside. And then I just don't understand the whole audacity of being like, let me go annul this with Angela, and you up here lying yourself.
Lying.
And I know it can technically be fraud, but you frauding too. Because you making her afraid of somebody that won't even bother neither one of y'all.
Neither one of them. That's why I'm like,
Michelle was so scared. Michelle was scared of him. She wasn't going. And then I was like, and then like the Rick, the secret pretend rapist pretender.
Yes, the man that, like, I was like, dude.
He was like, I need to hear her voice to make sure that I guess to make sure he protected and all that stuff. And I was like, dude, y'all is doing a lot.
Let me tell you, there's some freaking shit going on out there in these internet streets beyond Google and Yahoo and all of these things. Cause let me tell you, that man, I guess, had a whole family, or maybe he was just into freaky shit, and he was like, I need to go. And when he saw that it was another name on that thing, he got in that car.
Yeah, he thought it was a man. Yeah, he saw it was a man name. He was like,
He said, now they finna set me up for the ooey. And you know what? And I'd have continued to be hidden. You wouldn't have had my voice or nothing related to this part of the story online.
In my garage. Flow.
Nope. Let me tell you, I'd have been contact me. No word. Who? No. I no. Some stuff I
I,
don't need. Not need. What? My
and
thing
then
was
I'm
what?
like, I'm also thinking to myself, like, if that's your family, I ain't gonna yuck your yum. If that's what you want to do, hey, more power to you. You all consenting, do what you want to do. But I'm like, that seemed more like a fantasy of something that you already know the person, and y'all decide to have that fantasy together. This is not no stranger danger like fantasy. That
You don't
seems
mean
horrible.
whole stranger
That's
danger,
that
dude.
seemed like a way to get you set up. Get somebody set up and killed and go to jail. That just seems
Book
way too dangerous.
all the way.
Because
Book
it
it up.
could, like in this situation, it could be anybody that's saying it. And you all of a sudden, like, but then this is also what's crazy. Ian is literally calling a Craigslist person to pretend to have a rape fantasy of his current wife. That is disturbing.
And giving the address.
Very disturbing.
Giving the address. Like, dude, crazy. He did all of that to end up in jail himself for 10 years.
Yep.
Foolish.
Mm-mm.
Certified foolish.
Any other thoughts on that?
Nah.
Okay.
We covered that foolishness.
So since that was Netflix, I'm quite sure you have been seeing the Netflix trend on social media where everybody is sitting down like they're about to participate in a documentary. Well, the other Cheyenne, not to be confused with the Usher one. Now, ain't nobody done talked about her, and apparently, like they say, um, I guess long as you being talked about, that's all that's important. She came out with her thing talking about with her cap and gown that people are saying she clearly got from Amazon. Also, yes, at the school that she went to, this could easily be under the education department that some people were saying that sometimes it might be under the education department. But this is also where I need people to understand again, if you gonna lie correctly, why would you go pick up any color? And this is why I think I'm starting to think that she probably does not have a master's degree and that she probably only does have a bachelor's degree, because I just think that at a certain level of sense that that different colors represent different things and different majors and colleges and all this stuff. So the fact that you would come out there in something that they found for $85.99 on the Amazon, or could have been less than it. They could have had a special going on. And people was also like, you didn't even try to iron it. Like, you should at least try to iron it or something, they were saying. To come out here and stir it up again, and then you have these certificates or whatever, because they don't look like they were degrees. Um, in fact, I have a picture of my degree that I will find and show y'all. I gotta blur out that last name for the people that don't know me in real life. Um, but the fact that you would do this and cause all this confusion, and then people are literally screenshotting and taking a picture of the things that's at the back, and
I mean,
it
even
was
one
a
of them.
wild ride.
Let me say this. Cheyenne. Come closer, little sugar. I just I feel like she just keeps digging this hole and it keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And I just have a master's degree, but I know people that have their doctorates. And I well, let me say this: I don't know if I knew that they came in different colors or the whatever they call it, but I would assume. I didn't know they came in colors, but that doesn't surprise me that whatever your discipline is, there's a different color.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel like wherever you got your doctorate at, there would be the school emblem on there, of where you went to school at. Because I really feel like my neighbor who is got a PhD, I feel like hers has the thing on there. Now
Okay.
this is
And
so.
I feel like I didn't walk for my master's degree
Uh
because I had just moved, so I didn't walk because it was also on a Tuesday. I wasn't gonna be driving back to Montgomery on a Tuesday. I just wasn't gonna do that. Just wasn't gonna drive them 4-5 hours just for that. I wasn't gonna do
Right.
that. But I do believe I feel like, and I gotta double check because, like I said, I know I'm almost positive that everybody that I have seen in them have had the emblem on them. But I know that people were also saying that if you were in certain professions, especially
Mm-hmm.
like when have a ED and stuff like that, when it's in education and stuff like that,
Right.
because you have to continuously wear them, that some
Mm-hmm.
people may purchase that and not necessarily, I guess, rent it or something. But I
Mm.
feel like I don't know if I know it was a fee
Mm-hmm.
because I think I paid the fee, and then because I was originally gonna go to my graduation, and then I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's a Tuesday," and I started a new job, and I can't go because it's a Tuesday, and
Right.
I got to drive from Nashville back to back to Montgomery, and I'm not gonna do this. Um,
I feel, and this is what the
and that
problem
was
that
just
I
a
can.
master, and that was just a master's. So
Right.
I'm quite sure the PhD program, any doctorate, would be way more advanced and stuff than a master's.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like even with the stuff that was like in the background, Dr. Brian, it was like lowercase d, because I'm looking at like stuff like everybody else when they screenshot the stuff. It's like, okay, you got a wall full of accolades. And I feel like it's not that hard to say I got my doctorate here. It's not that hard to, say I went to this school. And then on top of that, so when you finally get maybe a doctorate, it's from a school that has only been in business for less than 90 days. And it's not, you can't get no doctorate in 90 days.
Well,
Now
they said
you may
that
be
he was
smart.
trolling. They said that he was trolling.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So
one from Dr.
again,
Bryant from well, not I don't know if he's a doctor from
yeah,
Jamal Bryant. Yeah.
yeah, but and then it was another because I think Lamont Hill, or Mark Lamont Hill, or whoever
Hmm.
talked to the guy of this so-called university
Yeah.
or whatever. So again, I feel that whatever degree or no degree, none degree, whatever degree Cheyenne has, some TikTok trends you don't need to get on because you really just digging yourself deeper into this hole and trying to
Hmm.
prove. Because one thing the internet is going to do and the people is going to do, baby, they're going to investigate. And you suit up, boot up, sit there and point at the camera. Baby, if you can't, just tell us where you got your doctorate at. If you want to just call yourself a doctor, that's fine. But again, I feel like every when it gets too quiet, when nobody's talking about her, she comes back out with something.
Hmm. She needs
Uh
attention.
yeah, she likes this attention, but you want to get mad and talking about, oh, the first one gonna be about me and my degree, and the remaining episode gonna be about the haters. First of all, you don't need 9 episodes of haters.
Okay, because there's only nobody is really hating on her, and that's what's also hard for people to understand people are just trying to hold her accountable because this is in the medical profession. There's all kind of ethical issues, moral, legal, all of these things that you do not want to go to anyone that's not certified and qualified to be able to
Right.
help you. You can't say you're a psychology expert
Mm-hmm.
and don't have that level of expertise and then say that you don't need a license and you don't want a license and all this stuff. When you have a license, because don't you have a license too?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. With our license, you have something called continuing education.
Mm-hmm.
So they make sure that you are up to date or try to make sure you're as up to date on any kind of new laws, new anything as it relates to your profession and your license.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you're like, I don't want a license, that means that there may be some outdated things that you're doing that are not in touch with, the world as it is going on now.
Or I feel
And
it's just some again, I feel like there's just some uh unethical stuff because again, if you're going to practice as a doctor, psychiatrist, a psychologist, or however it is you're going to practice as a doctor, education, whatever the case may be, you have an ethical, you take ethics and you know what it is that you're going to do. And if
yep,
you're going to say that you're out here giving people advice and you're telling them stuff, then you hold up to a certain standard of what it is that you're going to do. Now, if you want to just go out here and shoot the shit and talk and as we're doing now, just talking
yeah.
and there's nothing, it's not going to be at the Mayo Clinic in their textbooks or whatever. Okay,
And
that's
we and,
fine.
and we're not trying to cite any kind of information because that we got our law degree from SVU and all this stuff. We may discuss some legal things, but we got it straight from the TV, and we'll tell you that it's from the TV.
You're right. So let me tell you, I don't, let me tell you, what my Perry Mason and Angela Lansbury, shit,
Or
whoever
Madeline.
it is, Columbo, what's his name on, In the Heat of the Night, shit, not Virgin Tips, Chief Gillespie, little stuff like that. I kind of, you stay within your limits. I
Mhm.
feel with her is okay. Now you're making it bad for people that have really went to school to
Mhm.
practice this stuff. And now when people go to these the psychiatrists or the psychologists, now they want to see license because now someone in the social media realm is running around here now saying, I'm a doctor. I don't
Yeah.
have to show you. First of all, you got a knack. You may be a nice person, and if I was to see you in person, you could be nice. But from what I'm seeing online, baby, it's a nasty ass attitude because somebody's asking you about your degree and where you
Okay.
went and saying. Because let me tell you, I tell anybody where I went to school at, baby, I got the degrees. Now, do I hang them up on the wall? No, they currently in the closet right now. But I have the degrees and the license to show that I am able and capable to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
And if somebody question me, I'll tell you, yeah, where I went to school at. With her, I feel like she's always on the defense because she's like, y'all hating. No, tink tink. Ain't nobody hating. Now, if
Yeah.
you're gonna be on these good platforms and give these folks this good information, then tell us where you got it from. Now, if you went on and got it on the YouTube, you went to the book, whatever book you got at the library, or the Barnes and Nobles, or Walden Books, or wherever you went, let the people know. Don't get mad because people are questioning whether you have this education. We can all frame up a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Because
I can go
clearly,
print off between Canva and Chat GPT. I could get a degree. like you ain't even like this is my thing. Like she is the things that she's doing are not even I feel like a person that truly has that level of education
Mm-hmm.
would be easily and excitedly able to show it.
Baby would be
They would
even
want to
beaver.
show it. Cause I know when I got my master's degree, baby, I know me and my sister posted it on social media. Cause okay, what you thought? So
Let
I
me
just
tell
can't
you.
imagine. I can't
Yeah.
imagine working that hard for a PhD and then being like, I won't even show you a copy of my degree.
Right. Or even somebody that went to school with you. Baby, even if they didn't graduate either, they can at least say they sat next to you in psychologist class, sociology class, political science class, or whatever it is. I mean, you done attended somebody homecoming. You was in school. You was in somebody freshman orientation class. Now whether because every freshman orientation they say look to your left, look to your right, because they ain't gonna be here when you finish.
Whoa, dang.
So somebody looked to their left, and you clearly you either you was there, or you weren't. It's easy. Just tell the people where you went to school. Don't be
Yeah.
ashamed. And if you just want to call yourself a doctor, then just say you want to call yourself a doctor, and you
Yep.
got the gift of gab, the bullshit around, and have people thinking you know what you're talking about.
Yep.
That's all that is. Get somewhere and sit down, girl. Let me tell you. Everybody, mama and grandmama, auntie, somebody got a picture of your graduation. Even if it was from high school. Somebody got something.
Yeah. I just do not understand why she wants to keep this up, and I guess she getting the attention. You know, bad attention is still attention, and I guess
When
she
you
just
look,
doesn't care
what it
anymore.
does, it makes you look like a clown. And I
Yeah.
know you don't want to look like a clown, but that's what you look like. Cause even if I'm not, I'm just a regular degular person, baby. Here trying to make it in the podcast world with my friend, trying to be real.
Okay.
And then
Exactly.
and I'm again looking in my little humble abode right here, and it does not look good for your
No.
baby girl. But hey, go off. You want to be a doctor? Hey, baby, doctor on. In my mind, I'm a nurse. Remember, I got pens. I'm a nurse.
You didn't take that. It is called the NCLEX or whatever it's called. You didn't take
Took
that.
it.
You didn't take
Took
that.
it. I'm a nurse. Had a pinning ceremony. They got the pictures to prove it.
Well, you just a liar. Okay. Noted. Noted.
Okay, now I can give you basic nursing stuff. Get you some peroxide and a band-aid. Call me in two
Not
hours.
peroxide in a band-aid. This is awful. This is
Get you some
awful.
Neosporin, A&D ointment, whatever.
This is awful.
Hippocles. Baby, I keep it real simple with you. I ain't going in the OR with you, but I keep it simple.
But yeah, I don't understand why somebody would continue the lie. Cause at this point, it's too much.
It
It's
is.
it's just team too much at this point, and it's unnecessary, and something you shouldn't have to want. It's something you shouldn't want to do, something you shouldn't have to do. But the fact that you still want to do it, that makes it, like they say, a crying shame.
Well, I guess you know what? We can give her credit for being committed because she is committed.
That she needs to be committed. Mhm.
Not on the 72-hour hold.
Okay. Is it 5150? That's what it's called.
640, I can't even talk. 644.
It ain't a
64 what?
5150 anymore.
That may be Alabama. Tennessee is 644.
I don't even. Oh, that's California. They say California. 5150. I was like, I thought it was 5150, baby.
Whatever it is, she need to be on it. Stop playing with these people, Cheyenne. Shit. Leave it to the professionals. Go and do you a
Yes.
little modeling or something.
And since we
Both
gone,
Cheyennes.
okay, both of them think they too pretty to be accountable for anything. They just go through life like they just woke up one day and decided that they was just like that. Oh my goodness. I think the movie is called Just Pretty or something like that, where the girl ends up falling, bumping her head, and then decides that like she's pretty and skinny and all this stuff, and she walks around with a little bit more confidence. Like I think that that's what happened to them because clearly they have decided that like they just decided to be pretty.
Okay. Pretty don't last long, baby.
So before we wrap up this show, I do want to ask you a question because this has also been going around, and because you went to a HBCU, I want to ask you this question, and I would get my
Uh-huh.
PWI understanding of it as well. So apparently Tuskegee said no do rags, no bonnets out here in these streets anymore. Uh, Tuskegee University, that is, and I know you went to a HBCU. I don't.
Uh-huh.
I feel like when you was in that HBCU, I don't know if people was wearing bonnets. I'm just saying.
They weren't.
I ain't
And I
trying to
had
call
it.
you. I ain't trying to call you old, but I'm just saying. I don't think they
You
had.
really is. You Heifer, you slick call me old. I get your ass after this. Effie. But I had this conversation earlier at work. I don't recall, even if I poured it late to the early hours or early morning, late, honey, whatever the case may be. I did not put a rat. We didn't wear bonnets or scarves or anything. We may have put a hat on, but that was about it. It just bonnets and scarves just wasn't a thing to wear outside of your dorm. So I'm okay with them saying, okay, you be professional. If you're gonna be around campus, you represent the campus. Not only are you representing the school, you're representing yourself and your family. And so you don't want to present yourself around here with a whole damn bonnet, a do rag on. Now, love a good do rag and a bonnet. But again, some of that stuff is for in the house, in the front porch or the back porch, not the front,
Mm.
but the porch. So I'm okay with that. I agree with that. I think they need to implement that all over.
So I went to a PWI. So one no bonnets or anything like that. Now, what was going on in my PWI is that people walked around in their pajamas. People got out of the bed. They may or may not brush their teeth. They may or may not have washed their face, and they got out of their bed and they went to class. Um,
Really?
yes, people were in pajamas. A lot of people. There is I would seriously doubt there was people that went to an 8 o'clock class that didn't have on pajamas sometimes.
Hmm.
That literally was the thing. People had on them Birkenstocks and them pajamas.
Wow. Hmm.
So when I see things like that, like I understand a certain level of appearance and appropriateness, and I really, even though there's a lot of things that I don't like
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when guys be sagging. I don't like certain things and all this stuff. But I don't like the notion that we are not respected because of somebody, because you wearing a bonnet, I don't deserve respect. I don't
Hmm.
like stuff like that because that's how it's always framed. Because of what you do or somebody else do, that's why we don't all get respect. Not
Right.
to, and what pisses me off even more about that is the fact that, are we forgetting that people had on 5-piece suits getting lynched? It's never been about respect. It's
Mm-hmm.
never been about attire. It's never been about any of those things. And I just don't like the fact that it gets to a point where people feel, and again, things can be inappropriate. Y'all, anybody that know me know I love me a good old dress code, baby. I love to dress for the occasion. I can't stand to not dress for the occasion. I can't stand to not to go with someone to an event or something like that, and we looking like we ain't never spoke to each other a day in our life because we are flashing. I don't like any of that. But I also don't. So I say all that to say there are things that are appropriate and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, people are going to college to get a degree. And if I just woke up and I don't really have time to do anything to my hair, but I need to go to this class and I ain't got a hat to put on, or my hair is pinned up because maybe I got to go to work later on and it's raining outside or something like that, baby, by all means, wear the durag, wear the bonnet. There's a lot of people that's like, oh my goodness, I can't stand to see people out here with do-rags or bonnets or whatever. Baby, if you're going on an airplane, babe, what else are you expected to do? Because now you got to go put your seat back. All that's going to start mushing up and bunching up, and it's just going to be a whole hot mess. So please do whatever you have to do because you going to the destination. Like on the airplane, you might as well say you at the house. I'm just saying. You might as well say it because you're gonna be resting. You sleeping. You get a 4 or 5 hour plane ride. You sleeping. You're not on the plane to just be sitting up trying to make sure that your hair don't get touched. My hair gets touched when I go into my car.
Well, shit, mine too. But I still feel like, okay, there's a time and a place for a bonnet and a do-rag, and there's ways to disguise or to make sure that your hair stays intact or your waves stay intact without all the extra. Now, if I'm on a first class flight and I'm gonna be in that bad boy for 9 hours and I'm in my little pod, then yeah, I'll put it on. But I'm not gonna put that bad boy walk through the airport. No, I'm already gonna be probably looking halfway crazy because I done threw something on to get here. Ain't no need of me looking crazy from top to bottom. No.
Well, I personally, I have had on like my braid scarf or bonnet or whatever, but also keep in mind, I wear a whole hoodie when I'm on a plane. I have a whole airplane outfit, and it always consists of me having on a hoodie. The reason why it always consists on me having on a hoodie because I will sit here up there and have the bonnet on and put my hood on, so you're never gonna see my bonnet anyway.
Okay, like, if you're covering it up.
Yeah, it's completely covered up.
If you cover it up,
and I only do that for like longer rides and stuff like that, or depending on my hair.
Right.
I would say that depending on my hair.
Right.
But yes, I will definitely do that. I just, like I said, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm so used to people coming to class when I was in college in pajama pants. Keep in mind, Paris Hilton, for a long time when she was on her show, walked around, even outside of her show, when she was like really big and famous, with pajamas on 95% of the time, unless she was going to some event. She was going to Starbucks. Hilton. I know, but I'm just saying, like, people didn't respect her any less. People literally, that's what I'm saying. When I was in college, people wore pajama pants.
And we just sweatpants for that. I mean,
these were straight up. These were straight up pajama pants. These were not. No, these were not. No, these were straight up pajamas. And I ain't gonna lie. I probably did it, a couple of times to my own self, because who cares? I got an 8:00 class that I don't want to go to. That I got.
See, the thing, this is my thing. Why? Okay, freshman year, I can see you sign up for, 8:00 class because you don't know no better. Sophomore year going for up. Then good and damn well, if you don't like to get up early, don't sign up for no 8:00 class.
No. Like no, it doesn't always work that way. It does not always work that way. There are some classes that the professor has that class at 8 o'clock. If you want to graduate, he's the only professor you got. You ain't got too many options. You want a degree or you don't want a degree. 8 o'clock it is.
Praise his holy name that I made it out of college.
8 o'clock it is. There was literally a class that I had to go to at 7 o'clock. I think it was like 7 o'clock at night because it was taught by an adjunct professor. And that was the only time that it was available. And they didn't have that class every semester. They had that class like every other semester. So again, sometimes you had to do what you had to do.
I could deal with a 7 o'clock versus a 7-8,
Cause I used to leave my job, and baby, I used to always have a little bit of something in that cup. Because why am I here?
Good people.
I'm just saying.
I'm picking up what you're laying down. But for our good people that will be going to college in the next week or two, be prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
I want to also say that right now we're still in early voting in Tennessee. It's early voting until I think Saturday. So go out there. This is the primaries for the most part. So go out there, figure out who you want to represent you for the governor or Senate or represent whatever that's out there, because that's also why I haven't went to vote yet, because I need to look at the candidates. I think I know who I want to vote for governor, but I need to look at the candidates just to confirm my thoughts.
Yeah, I looked at it, the little form that came in my mail. Okay. Looked it over with Brittany because we was talking about it. So yeah, I need to go vote also. And make sure you make a vote that's gonna suits you.
Yeah.
We talk to Tennesseans every day.
Make informed decisions. That's why you need to go and see who's running for the primary.
And how it's gonna benefit you.
Yeah. Yes.
You want somebody that's gonna fight for you instead of saying, we talk to Tennesseans every day. We talk to Tennesseans every day.
And they said that apparently she don't go to no town hall meetings, so, and won't do any interviews. But that's I ain't got to vote for, because I don't even affiliate myself with that party to vote that way. But yeah,
get out and vote.
But definitely vote. Then in November, turn around, early voting again. Make sure you're out there early voting. Something that I do. I always double check a week or so before the election time and make sure that I still have my information for my voters and stuff like that. But I did get a new voters registration card.
I did too. Was yours yellow? Mine was yellow. It normally be kind of blue, I think, but this one was yellow.
I don't know what color it was, but I do remember getting it, and I was like, "Cause what is this?" Because I thought they weren't giving us anything, but. But yeah, so definitely do that. If you're in Tennessee, definitely do that. Or if you're in a state that has not already had their primaries, definitely make sure, like I said, I always go out there, because I'm like, you purged me. I got it on my phone that I wasn't purged. So you better stop. Don't be doing it to me. But yeah. But anyway, this episode number 70, I think it's 2. A RealLifeish Friends Podcast, where the group chat turns into a podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kimberly.
I'm Meela.
And peace up, A-Town, down.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, you want music for real? Okay, I got you.
No, you ain't got to give it.
I got you. Once I find it, I got you. Or you wanted this? You wanted that?